Here are some rules to change words from the singular form to the plural form. The first rule: you can change most singular nouns to the plural form by adding s to the singular noun. So if you have a noun like book, you just have to add an s to the end of the word to convert it from the singular form to the plural form. Book, books, or tiffin, tiffins, card, cards, table, tables, cup, cups. The second rule: when the singular noun ends in y, but there is a vowel, that means A, E, I, O, U before the y, then we need to add s to the singular noun. Here are examples for you. Toy, because it ends in y, but there is a vowel before that, O. Got it? So toy will then become toys with an S. Similarly, way, W-A-Y. So there is a vowel before Y, A. Because of that, you add an S, ways. Donkey also has an E before Y. Hence, donkey becomes donkeys. Monkey, monkeys. Ray, rays. Now, what happens if there is a consonant before the Y? Here it is, rule number 3. If the singular noun ends in Y, but has a consonant before the Y, that means any other letter besides the vowels, not A, E, I, O, U, anything else, then we need to remove the Y and add IES to the singular noun to make it plural. Baby would become babies. Look carefully, B-A-B-Y, and there is a B before the Y, a consonant. Therefore, remove the Y and add IES. City would then become cities, duty, duties, library, libraries, and lady, ladies. Rule number 4. When the singular noun ends with S, SS, X, SH, or CH, then we need to add ES to the singular nouns to make them plural. These are the examples. Gas becomes gases because ES is added to it. Or if the word ends with SS like class, add ES anyway, classes. Or if it ends with X, then add ES and make it taxes. Brush ends with SH, add ES, brushes. Bench ends with CH, add ES and make it benches. Rule number 5. When the singular noun ends with F or FE, we can change the F and FE into VES. So here we have an example. KNIFE ending with FE. Remove that FE and add VES. Or wolf, which ends with F, remove F and add VES. Thief ends with F, thieves. THIEVES. Leaf, leaves. Wife, wives. All right? But there are exceptions to the rule, as always. So chief, cliff, hoof, proof, dwarf, roof, safe, and gulf, even though they end with an F or an FE, you cannot cut the F and add VES. You have to just add an S after the word. So chief will become chiefs, cliff, cliffs, and so on. Just add an S to these words. Rule number 6. When a noun ends in O, we add ES to the singular in most cases. Like this. Echo ends in O, so echoes, OES. Hero, heroes. Mango, mangoes. Negro, negroes. Tomato, tomatoes. Exceptions to that rule are here. Look at bamboo, zoo, piano, dynamo, radio, stereo, tattoo, photo, rhino. They all end with an O, right? But we cannot add ES. We have to add only an S. Bamboos is BAMBOOS. Similarly, zoo is ZOOS. Pianos, Pianos. Also, for the rest of the words, you just add an S. These are exceptions. Every rule has a lot of exceptions in English, isn't it? Rule number 7. Sometimes we need to change the inside vowel, like this. Foot, Foot. O can be changed completely and it becomes feet. Man becomes men by changing the inside vowel, which is A. We're changing it to E. Goose becomes geese. Mouse, mice. Tooth, teeth. Louse, lice. Woman, women. Washerman, washerwomen. Okay? Rule number 8. Some nouns change completely, like ox will become oxen, E-N. Who would have ever thought? Child becomes children, totally different. Rule number 9. Some nouns do not change at all. For example, sheep. One sheep, many sheep. One deer, many deer. One fruit, many fruit. News. You can't even say one news and many news. It's just news. Series. You cannot change these nouns at all. They stay the same, whether it is singular or plural. Rule number 10. Some nouns are combined with the words a pair of if they have two parts, as in spectacles. There are two parts. So, a pair of spectacles, a pair of socks, a pair of shoes, a pair of gloves, a pair of jeans, a pair of scissors, and so on. Rule 11. When we have a compound noun, we add S to the principal word, the main one. So daughter-in-law does not become daughter-in-laws. It becomes daughters-in-law because we are adding the S to the main word, which is daughter. Similarly, for stepson, we say stepsons because son is the main word. Passerby becomes passers-by. Commander-in-chief becomes commanders-in-chief. Rule number 12. Some nouns take a double plural. Man, servant. So man becomes plural and servant also becomes plural. Men, servants. Woman teacher would then become women teachers. Rule 13. Plurals of abbreviations is formed by adding S to the singular noun. So MA will become MAs, short for Master of Arts, MA, or VIP, short for Very Important Person. So when you want to write it in the plural form, you just add an S, a small s, VIPs. Rule number 14. Some nouns are taken from foreign languages, like syllabus. The plural of syllabus would be syllabuses or syllabi. And that's how you spell it. Phenomenon, phenomena. Radius, radiuses or radii with a double I. Strange, right? Change this noun. Change the following nouns from the singular to the plural form. Can you do this? Gulf, kite, berry, boss, ferry. Let's see how much you remember from what you just learned. Would I say GULFS, GULFES, GULVES? What's the plural? And then what about kite? Is it KITES or KITIES or what do you think? Berry, does it become BERRYS? BERRIES? BERRI? What do you think? What are your answers? Check with mine. Gulfs. FS. Kite becomes kites. Berry becomes berries. You remove the Y and add IES. Boss with a double S, add ES to it. Bosses. Ferry, what do you do there? You Take off the Y and add IES. Fairies. Ready for some more? Change the following plural nouns to the singular form. This is easier to do, isn't it? Libraries, brushes, roofs, teeth, men servants. How do you change these words? Make them singular. Easy? I bet it is. Check your answers. The first one is library, brush, roof, tooth, manservant. Got it? Want to do some more? Rewrite these sentences by changing the noun from the singular to the plural form. But be careful because you have to make other changes too. Make other changes as required. You always need to make other changes if it is necessary. I'll show you how. First sentence, the baby played the piano well. Pick up all the nouns from the sentence and then change the nouns to the plural form. Do the same for the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth sentence. So what are your answers? Here you go. The babies played the pianos well. There were small monkeys, sheep, and deer in the pictures because, like I told you earlier, sheep and deer don't change. The third, Raja's stepsons found pairs of spectacles on the tables. You can't say a pair of spectacles or a pairs of spectacles, right? A means one, so you got to remove that. Fourth one, the geese ate mangoes while listening to the radios. And the fifth, the women lost teeth yesterday. Fine. One more exercise for today. This time, you rewrite the sentences by changing the noun from the plural to the singular form, to the opposite. And don't forget, make other changes as required. The heroes were tall men. The leaves fell from the trees in the gardens. The wolves ate the deer. Some children stood on the cliffs and listened to their echoes. The knives were sharp. And the answers are here. The hero was a tall man. The leaf fell from the tree in the garden. The wolf ate the deer. The child stood on the cliff and listened to his or her echo. The knife was sharp. All right. So, did you find this lesson interesting? Useful? I sure hope you did. Until we meet again, cheerio.